a deeper, mystical translation of Sri JAPji Sahib. This is our divine journey in the search of our inner light and soul to find eternal happiness, to be one with the universe, and to be in harmony. Why a new message? When there are so many translations available in the market, translations authenticated by religious bodies, translations that have been there for decades and decades, holy scriptures and manuscripts written by divine, gifted, and evolved beings that have had been in touch with God, that beings that are one with the universe, are in harmony with their spirit, with their soul, are in harmony with the universal energy. Whatever has been written by them, that has been passed on to them, it always has multi layered meanings at different levels. What you read on the surface is not wrong, but that is just one of the insights. The diversity and scope of these holy scriptures and manuscripts is highly immense. And as you do more research, you deep dive into them, you emerge with new hidden meanings. For example, let us take the example of Gita. The Holy Gita is a book from the Vedic school and is highly respected not only by the Hindus but by a host of other religious groups, societies, and sects. At the surface level, the Gita clearly states, in summary, that a person should always follow the truth. In Gita, the truth has been termed as dharma. A person, a human being, should always follow the dharma, irrespective of the hurdles, irrespective of the problems, and will finally be rewarded with victory. That is what Gita says. Even at the surface level interpretation, you do find certain passages and certain scripts which hint towards certain secret spiritual sadhanas, certain spiritual techniques which can help you to find the inner light. Now, a famous yogi, Paramhansa Yogananda, who is very famous for his golden bestseller, The Autobiography of a Yogi, loved the Gita. He felt that if there are certain passages which hint towards spiritual practices, could be that there could be such something much more in this book. He did a lot of research and deep dived into the text of Gita, and the outcome is a famous book which is available in the market known as the Yoga of Bhagavad Gita. Paramhansa Yogananda decoded, translated, researched each and every line of Gita with the context of finding some spiritual truths. He went to a very deep level and was successfully awarded. He has said that the entire Gita is basically a guide to Kriya Yoga. Just for the knowledge of participants, Paramhansa Yogananda was one of the biggest practitioners and also the person who brought Kriya Yoga not only to India and Asia but towards the West. Kriya Yoga is one of the secret yogas. It has been rightly called the catalyst yoga. It promises that if Kriya Yoga is taught by an eminent guru who gives you the permission to do it and teaches you the practices, the evolution is 1000 times more faster than any other branch of yoga. This book and this work, not only by Paramahansa Yogananda, but by many other people who have delved and researched the hidden meanings of the Bible, astrological texts, some other very old books, is what prompted us that there has to be something much more in JAPji Sahib. The literal surface translation is excellent, but we felt maybe there's a more hidden meaning, a bigger guide, a bigger doorway to be crossed. And that is how we went upon this journey. Shri Japji Sahib is the holy composition, the holy song, the holy poetry, the Bani of Shri Guru Nanak Dev Ji. This Bani holds immense importance for various reasons. The first reason is that these were the first words that were uttered by Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji when he was blessed with the ultimate enlightenment after his dip in the river. These were the first words that were uttered by Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji when he was blessed with and established with the full inner light, with the presence of God. Hence, they have a very important reason inside them. Shri JAPji Sahib were the first words uttered by the Guru after he was in the presence of Almighty. Now, Shri JAPji Sahib starts with the Mool mantra. The Mool mantra in itself is so important that it is believed that the entire JAPji Sahib is actually an extension and elaboration of the power of the Mool mantra. This can be easily established if you look at the words Mool and mantra. What does Mool mean? Mool means the root, the beginning. The beginning and the root of what? The beginning and the root of spirituality. And mantra is the holy utterance. If you want to establish and begin the journey of spirituality, you start it with the Mool mantra. The Mool mantra in itself is complete. The entire JAPji Sahib is an elaboration of the Mool mantra, and on a very broad scale we can say that the entire Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is an extension of the power of the Mool mantra. In this particular section, we are going to deep dive into the Mool mantra. Each and every word of this spiritual beginning will be explained and researched with respect to various cultures, with respect to various societies, with respect to various times. And then we will try to establish, is there a hidden meaning? And if it is there, what it is. I welcome you to our spiritual journey with the Mool mantra of Shri JAPji Sahib with written the composition of Shri Guru. Let us start with the first line. Ik Omkar, also pronounced by some people like Ek Omkar. Both are correct. Now, if you look at the simple, straightforward translation, which is available and which is correct also. Ek means one, Omkar is God. That means there is one God. Absolutely correct. At the surface level, this is a beautiful translation. Now let's try to go a bit deeper by breaking this up into each word. Let me start with the most common word, Om. If you look at Om, you will understand that this is one primordial sound that has been respected by nearly all religions, especially Vedic and Asian religions. In fact, if you go a bit deeper, you'll realize that this is the most fundamental vibration of the world. It is the vibration of your soul. In fact, the word Om goes much beyond any language or meaning. It is a sound. I will try to show it to you that this is the first sound that was uttered, and since it goes beyond language and meaning, it was established to be the sound of God. Now, a simple experiment will show it to you. Just try to say the word ah, the simple voice ah, and close your mouth, and you will realize the word Om is formed, which is beyond language and meaning. Example, Aum. Just simple say the word ah and close your mouth, and you will come out with Om. Omkar, in fact, it has been established by certain religions. It has also been established to a certain extent by scientifically, but I don't want to go in that topic at this moment. You can do it on your own. It has been established, and we personally believe Om or Omkar is the vibration of our soul, of our Atma, of our spirit. Since everything in this world has some or the other form of a soul, everything in this world vibrates with the vibration of Om or Omkar. If I try to take this at the first level, Ek means one, Omkar is a vibration. So the first meaning is that if I replace the word God and bring his power and light, that is the spirit which is inside us. Everything in this world, every being in this world, and to some extent every entity in this world vibrates with the vibration of Om or Omkar or Om. This is the first simple level meaning we can go with the words Omkar. Ik Omkar. One vibration, everything is one, and Omkar is the vibration of the soul. Everything is vibrating with everything in this world is vibrating. Now, friends, let us try to go at the second level. Right? The first level is very correct. Ik, Omkar. The entire creation is vibrating with one vibration, Omkar of God. Now, I want to go a bit deeper now and try to break up each word. The first word, ik Omkar. In very simple language, ik means one. But people who have knowledge, some knowledge of ancient cultures like Kabbalah, or some knowledge about astrology or numerology, they will realize that the word one holds immense importance in our history, in our traditions. Number one, the one word, the one means complete, something that is indestructible, something that cannot be divided. Secondly, if you go to astrology, Kabbalah astrology, or even the ancient numerology, one is the number of sun. And as per Vedic astrology, sun is an indicator of our Atma. Atma is the light. When we say sun, what do we mean? We mean an entity that gives light to the world, that basically takes away our darkness. And the biggest sun in the world, which can help any human being, is his soul, the inner light. So one is an indicator of the inner sun inside us. Now let us try to combine these meanings. What do they mean? The first thing is the ultimate guide or the ultimate thing that is indivisible, that cannot be broken, is something inside us. It is like the sun which gives light. Which kind of light? Spiritual light. Hence, Ik Omkar is the secret to harnessing the power of your soul and inner light. This is one meaning. This is one basic meaning. Let me say it in other words. If Om is the subtle vibration of your universal song, of the universal soul, using the Mool mantra, we can become in harmony with that vibration. Ik Omkar can also indicate that Om is one of those mantras which can help you to go inside and find that sun. Ik, that sun which is inside you. Om is the vibration of that sun. And with that mantra, you can access that vibration, you can access that power, you can access that inner light. This is the another deeper meaning. Now let us look at the third word before moving on. We have looked at Ik, sun, soul, Om, the vibration. The third word, Kar. At a very surface level, the word Kar means simply work, which is correct. But if you go a bit deep, if you delve further, you'll realize that one of the meaning of the word Kar is force. Once I use the word force, there's some kind of synchronicity between these three words: sun, soul, vibration, force. At the surface level, it is easy to say that inside you there's a spiritual force which is waiting to be found, which is waiting to be harnessed. But if I combine all the meanings, what does it mean? It can be translated that the techniques to harness and direct the vibrational energy of your soul and to find the inner light lies in the Mool mantra and further elaborated in JAPji Sahib and Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. I repeat, combining both the traditional and mystic meanings, we can translate it as that the technique to harness and direct the vibrational force and energy of your soul so as to achieve your inner light lies in the Mool Mantra and JAPji Sahib. And the further Mool Mantra will show you those techniques and ways by which you can harness this soul, use the energy to find your inner light and evolve yourself. Now we come to a very important part of Mool Mantra, the holy word Satnam. Satnam is the lever or the doorway that defines how we want to interpret and imbibe the divine knowledge of Mool Mantra and Japji Sahib. I'll explain how. If you look at the word Satnam, in the normal translation, which is correct, Sat means true and Nam is the name of God. That means God is always true, has been true, will always be true. Something that is eternal. Absolutely correct. But please understand, this Sat Nam word is a lever. What is a lever? A lever is a thing that shows you the further way. It leads you to a way. It makes things simple. I'll explain how. If we take the word Sat Nam in literal sense, that is the true name of God, when we are going on a spiritually peaceful journey where Japji Sahib and the Mool Mantra will help us to understand the various aspects of God and bring us peace. It helps us to understand Almighty in a better fashion. But if I take the word Satnam in a different way and translate it in a different fashion, then the entire meaning goes different. What I am going to do this time is I am going to take out of two the first gateway, which I am going to explain, and this is the domain of the mystical knowledge, the yogic knowledge, the world of mysticism and yoga. Sat, in very simple word, means seven. Let me first take seven as a word. I have previously told you about the importance of numbers with respect to Kabbalah, Vedic astrology and numerology. The word seven or the number seven holds a lot of importance because it corresponds to many important things in life. If I take Vedic astrology per se, seven means there are seven chakras in our body or seven doorways through which we can approach the spirit or the inner light. If I go a bit deeper into astrology, Vedic astrology or Kabbalistic astrology, then seven means there are seven primary planets which direct the circumstances of our life, how the life of a particular human being will be directed or can be directed, how the events will basically fold out, the circumstances that are directed. Let me take the first one, the seven chakras that are there. It is very surprising that after the word Satnam, there are exactly seven more words. Karta Purak, 1. Nirpo, 2. Nirvair, 3. Akal Murat, 4. Ajuni, 5. Saibang, 6. And Gur Prashad, 7. There are exactly 7 words after Satnam in the primary Mool Mantra. Now, let me look at the second word Nam. What does Nam mean? In very simple word, Nam means name. And in the literal translation, Sat Nam, the true name of God. If I look at the word Nam, Nam means a calling. If my name is Dilpreet and someone says Dilpreet Singh, he's calling me. Or if he uses Dilpreet Singh in his particular sentence, he's describing something about me or whoever is Dilpreet Singh is in his vicinity or his vocabulary. That means Nam is the fundamental characteristics of an entity. Hence, Satnam, 7 characteristics. You can also say a name is a doorway to a person. If I say Dilpreet Singh is so and so, Harsh is so and so, Priya is so and so, Gazleen is so and so, it is the doorway to their knowledge. Hence, according to the lever of mysticism, Satnam means the seven characteristics or the seven doorways to your inner sun, which is vibrating with Om. Now, just before the word Satnam was Kar, and I explained that Kar is force. Hence, it also means here lies the seven forces which can be harnessed to achieve your inner light. Please understand that each word after Satnam is an encyclopedia in itself. Because not only does the word, if you do a deep dive and research, explain the chakra, but it also explains the ways to harness that chakra, the characteristics of that chakra. And in the second part, if you want to go through astrology, the planet that is associated with that chakra and what are the effects that can happen when you use that particular door to harness. Okay, friends, this is where we basically end this session. We have taken a conscious decision to contribute our research with people, thinking that if someone can benefit with it, what more? That's the biggest gift we can give to the society. The further sessions are going to be on the seven primary words that will define our journey and to the road to the inner light. If you like it and if you feel this is adding value, do encourage us. We will post more. We will try to at least post one new session each month. A special gift for your knowledge in this time. Guru Nanak Dev Ji not only gifted Kali Yuga and the world with his beautiful divine banis, but you'll surprised to know, and many don't know, that Guru Nanak Dev Ji also drafted and wrote a beautiful document on yoga, on the intricacies of Hatha and Raj Yoga, known as Pran Sangli. If you do a bit of research on the word I have spoken, you will find that Guru Nanak Dev Ji had encyclopedic knowledge on yoga and its various forms. And that is how we are basically combining banis with the doctrines of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. All the best, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much and hope you like it. If this has not contributed, we are sorry. All the research is a personal opinion and we basically are using it personally. We are not forcing anyone to accept what we say. It is to be man and maybe we have erred.